January 1st, 2025. Let's go. I am Steve Stone, and I am here to help the people be mentally tough and emotionally sound. I have a story, but our story does not have to define us, and we do not have to be our story. Like, things are going to happen. They're going to happen. I'm not here to say life is going to be easy peasy, a walk in the park. Nah, ain't none of that. Life is going to be rough. Life is going to be joyous. Life is beautiful. But things, it's going to get real all the time. You may have a time period where things are just going so smooth, everything is falling in place. Life is just good. And then the storm comes and mess up everything. Like, what the heck? Or sometimes it just may be like a little paper cut, but things gonna happen. And what you gonna do? Bounce back, and you gonna keep going, because you're not gonna stop. You gonna get your days where you get to cry. You get to be sad. You get to soak. But you get about 10 minutes of that, baby, and you're going to have to keep it moving. Pick up the pieces, put it back together. But you got to stay aligned to your higher power. Whatever that is to you. Mine is God. Yours is whomever, whatever it is for you. You're going to have to stay connected to whatever that is that keep you lifted. Keep your faith going. Keep your faith strong. Keep your hope alive. All right? So what we have today is it's a jar. It's a jar. It's empty. But we are going to fill it with some tools. And tools are information, resources that we use along our journey to help us stay mentally strong, mentally tough, and emotionally sound. You get your days when you get to pop off. You get to check people. You get to cry. You get to throw a tantrum. You get your time. That ain't every day though. Yeah, everybody can't ruffle your feathers all the time. And you gotta address people respectfully. We ain't perfect. But at the end of the day, we gotta do the work. These are tools, these are resources, and we're gonna put them in a jar. And every day, I gotta stay committed to sharing a tool. And some days, the tools might not come from me. The word, the story, whatever it is that person is given that day, it may not come from me. It may come from somebody on the street. It may come from one of my friends, one of my family members, one of my co-workers. You just never know where it's going to come from, but it's going to come from where it was supposed to come from that day, okay? It's not going to be forced. It's going to be given what it's supposed to be given, okay? So these are tools, and all the time I'm going to add to this jar. So most of these tools are in my books. I have 5 books. I have 12 stones. I have 100 tools for boys, 100 tools for girls, 100 tools for teens. I have 100 tools for women. I'm working on 3 more books. I'm currently working on 3 books. In the process with 2 is like, I'm actually fingers to keys on it, and 1 is still in my head, but it's coming. It's coming. This is our jar. I kind of wanted to decorate it right quick. So myself and my daughter have a clothing brand. It's not a clothing brand. Me and my daughter have started creating hoodies, and I also designed jackets that hasn't I did like a little soft little introduction. This is what it is. However, I haven't really pushed it like I could, and like I can, and like I am going to. But for now, I got to a point where I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I wanna do this, I wanna release a hoodie collection, a jacket collection, and it's a compliment to what we already do. So our books, and also just everything about it helping people express themselves through words, through art. Put this sticker on here because I turned one of the hoodies into a sticker. One of the hoodie designs into a sticker. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to add stickers to this as we go. And maybe we'll add stickers from like different places that I visit. So we're going to put her on here because she's cute. Should we put her in the middle? It started sticking itself to it, so I just left it where it was introduced to. And then this is our logo. It says Stiamani. And we're gonna stick that on there because we need to look at this every day. Let's see, let's have a good one. And Faith was on top, so I'm going to do Faith. And Faith is interesting because I visited with a friend last night who was in a very bad accident, and she's not mobile right now. While her body is healing, she only have one leg to use right now. Both will be okay. Both are healing. However, right now she cannot bend or move the other one. So now she has to relearn how to basically be mobile during her healing. So it's going to look different for each phase and each step along the way. And she was gifted this jar, and inside the jar it was a little tiny mustard seed, and someone gifted her that along with other things, but they gifted her the mustard seed because we are supposed to have enough faith, as small as a mustard seed, to get us through. And it's actual scripture. I do not know the scripture. We're about to know it. This one requires a scripture that I want us all to know. So Matthew 17:20 says, "For truly I tell you, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." So, just a tiny mustard seed. I don't have a tiny mustard seed, but a mustard seed, you know what a seed is. You know, some seeds are very small. So just imagine a mustard seed. That's how much faith you need to move a mountain. That's how much faith you need to accomplish the impossible. So I'm going through my own journey right now. And what we discussed last night, the only thing we need is faith. And she happened to have lost that jar, and she was looking for it last night at the hospital, but it's not there. And I'm like, you no longer need that seed to rely on to remind you of your faith that you already have. Your faith that your body will fully recover. The faith that everything will fall in place like it's supposed to fall in place. Because she cannot work right now. She cannot work for a very long time. But she has to know that that little seed that she lost, she still have it in her heart, in her faith. And that's all she needed. She thought she needed the physical jar with the seed inside to remind her of the faith that she already had. You already got it. So you no longer need that jar. You no longer need that physical piece to remind you of faith that you cannot see, that you already have. And I know on my journey, that's all I have to rely on. I have some things I have to accomplish in 5 months. And one of the things it's going to take is faith. That's the biggest thing. And another is consistency. And without consistency, it is not showing that I have faith that things going to happen. Because without work, how do your vision come to life? Or how does the vision that God has come to life if you just been a bum and sitting on the couch, or soaking in your tears, or soaking in your sorrow? Like, We got things to do. So the tool is faith today. And last night we talked about faith for a very long time. And you don't need that mustard seed or that jar to remind you of the faith that you already have. And she thought someone may have thrown it in the garbage or taken it. And that was just a physical piece to remind you that you already got it. We already talking about something that don't even exist anymore. Not in her hands. So the mustard seed is gone, but the faith that you have, the size of a mustard seed, is still there. That's all she needed. She don't need that physical reminder. She is the reminder. And the joy that I felt from her, even sitting in, she was in a chair, she wasn't in her bed, but even sitting up in the hospital in the condition that she's in and the energy that I was getting from her, it was so good. It's so awesome to still be who you're supposed to be through your trials and tribulations and your storm and your stories. It's amazing. So Faith, my daughter's name is Imani, and Imani means faith and belief. And she always reminds me of the faith that I already have. I've had it for a very long time, and I'm so glad for my journey, and I'm so glad for my walk with faith and hope. It goes together for me. So faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. She don't need that mustard seed, nor do I need to see the physical seed of the mustard seed. She already got it. And someone gave me a mustard seed a long time ago, and I don't need that physical seed anymore. I already have it. I am it. I am it. So the word of the day was faith, and I hope you continue your faith walk, and I hope you stay strong in your faith walk, and I hope you continue to strengthen your faith walk, and I hope you know that all things, even the things that seem impossible, are possible, and with consistency, with you having the ability to keep going and keeping hope alive and stand aligned to your higher power, you're gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. She gonna be good. We are good. And that's that. So happy New Year again. And I wish you such a blessed, prosperous, full of wealth, full of knowledge, full of growth. That's what I meant to say. Full of strengthen your faith, strengthen your joy, connecting to those things that make you happy. And if you don't know what that is, like some people don't know what makes them happy, find it, connect to it, hug it, love on it, because it should be something as small as, something as small as sitting on the couch watching Netflix or Prime or whatever I'm watching, my shows, whatever that is, that makes me so happy. I like being at home. I love being at home. My home is such a home, and it's comfortable, and it's peaceful. It just have an energy about it that I just love. So those simple things make me happy. Or watching my daughter play basketball, or playing basketball, or exercising, or like going to the gym, going to a class, traveling. I love to travel. I love staying at 4 stars and above hotels. So you definitely got to be able to afford that. And I love my snacks. There's so many. I love writing. I love reading. And if those things not make you happy, you need to tap into who you are. You might not know yourself. If you can find things that make you happy, you might not know who you are. So tap into who you are, and then you'll be able to see what you like, what makes you happy, So that's another piece. It's levels to this. It's levels to becoming, and you gotta stay tapped in. You gotta know who you are. You don't know who you are, it's kind of hard to step forward, okay? Because you'll just be out here existing, going with the wind, and we don't want that. So tap into who you are. Stay connected to your faith. All the impossible, that word shouldn't even exist because everything is possible. You gotta manifest stuff. You gotta pray on it. You gotta stay connected to what you're trying to do. Peace, love, and happiness. And I pray your life is full of wealth. And wealth is not just money. So make sure you look that up. So peace out. Have a good one.